take this. What do you like to write about in your songs? I like to write about things that bother me most. Like my last album, One People, One World. This worries me a lot. It worries me that the world is moving too far to the right and there's no balance. There's a lot of racism that was never there before. People are too afraid of the migrant crisis. There are too many wars everywhere. Syria, Afghanistan, Congo is still going on, and people are frustrated. So these are the things I try to express in my music now.
Exchange cultural experiences, that's the way it should be.
The song you can't listen to anymore. I can't answer that question. The person will kill me now. So let me use myself as an example, it's better. This song I'm quite tired of is Bang Bang Bang.
The time is 12, midnight, my brother. The girl lay on top my bed now.
I've played it too many times and people still want to listen to it. Every time I play it, they love it more. But I played it so many times that, so we found a way to make it new. Remember the first time you bought music? Yes, I remember. This was in Miami. My father said, since I'm going to America, I should buy one album. And the album was Moody's Mood for Love by James Moody. But I bought two albums. So I bought Moody's Mood for Love by George Benson and Moody's Mood for Love by James Moody. George Benson was more funky and I preferred it. And my father was angry because he wanted me to start to adapt to liking and loving jazz. So James Moody, I'll never forget, was my real introduction into jazz, and it was because of James Moody that I started to appreciate Charlie Parker. Charlie Parker was like, I said, what's this rubbish? But I said, no, I hate it. Then I started to appreciate, wow, this is real music. What do you like in playing in festival? More than half of the audience have probably never heard your music before, and it's a good introduction for them to get to hear. So when you come back to play clubs or other venues, you create awareness for your music. So festivals, for me, this is a great opportunity to win new fans or a new audience. I don't like the word fans, new audience. The first concert you went to, first concert I went to was my father's concert. Which other concert will it be?
As time they go, things just they bad more and more.
The club was called Kakadu. My mother was sitting on the table with some friends, and Guinness Stout. There was the glasses of the bottle wasn't there, and I thought it was Coca-Cola. So I ran. I just came. I was thirsty, and I just ran to the table and just went and that shock. I will never forget that. It worried me all night because the taste never left my mouth. But I remember I was dancing to my father. I was probably 6, 7. That incident never let me forget that gig.
That is the conclude of my song. I say, I sing, I beg everyone to join my song.
A fond memory. When he took his mother's mock coffin to the presidential palace of the head of state then.
Amen, 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 amen.
This was the song that brought my father's song, Coffin for Head of State. I was part of that story. I was so scared because I thought it was a very crazy idea. I purposely put myself to sleep so that they will come to wake me and they'll say, oh, Femi's sleeping, I don't have to go with them. So they came to wake me. Fela is calling you. I said, he came again. Fela is calling you. And then the third person said, Fela says, do you want him to come and call you himself? So I got up. And it was the most scary moment of my life. So we started to drive to the barracks where all the soldiers were there. On our way, the police started to shoot at us. We escaped. We managed to get in front of to cut this long story, we got in front of the presidential palace, and all the soldiers came up. And they came with their guns and they cocked the guns. We are going to kill you all today. They managed to get Fela out of the vehicle and they took him into the barracks, and that left the rest of us. Then they said they were going to burn us alive. So they were looking for petrol and some matches to light the van. Eventually they decided not to burn us alive. They said we should all come out of the vehicle. Then they beat the living daylights out of us. They beat us so badly, then they took us and locked us in the cell. And we were 57 of us. And then they took us from there to the police station where we were locked up. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then they took us to court on Monday. And then they released us. Today, I'm proud I went, but I will never forget. I did everything in my power to avoid not going. Today is adventure. So many stories like this with my father.